Alrighty. Let's see if I'll catch up. Okay, so in Trump's speech, he said, "Dark moment for America. Dark moment for America." I quote. That's what he said, right? Baby, we've been living in many dark moments in America. It's not just one. This is not just the only dark moment. This is the dark moment that God is using to wake people up, is what this is. Because these dark moments have been happening daily for decades. For decades. And so that's going to lead me into this video, because my biggest thing that I've struggled with is I believe in myself confidently, but believing in myself and recognizing the amount of how big my purpose is sometimes hard for me. Hard for me, just meaning like, I've never wanted to be in the limelight, and I still don't enjoy it by any means, you know? And so in reference to my purpose, there is a portion of it where I have to be in the limelight. And so it's hard for me, you know what I mean? And so that's the part when it comes to believing in myself that I struggle with, right? But when I was having a conversation with Tay earlier, she really said something that really was profound to me, and it helped me, because my biggest thing that I've been struggling with the last 24 hours is like, golly, God, I wish you would have just taken me instead, because he would have fulfilled the purpose better, right? And so, and I really do, like, I've struggled with that, because like, I'm like little old me, you know what I mean? And so I struggle with that. And so she said, everybody's purpose, and because it's also divinely orchestrated, when it's your time to go, it's your time to go. And it truly is. And I know that, right? And God uses everything purposefully for you in your walk, right? And I now realize that God is using this travesty as a moment to show the world how dark it actually is, and has been. Has been. And it's a big part of the darkness that I walk through every day. Every day. In different ways. And honestly, I'm just quite frankly shocked that they haven't shot me. I told somebody yesterday, go ahead and shoot me. I told my father that. I'm tired of the games. This shit gets old.
There is it.
Okay, everybody. This was the last video that Charlie posted before his passing. I find it to be really, really unique. Quite frankly. Because the day before, that morning, my coworker told me about this stabbing.
You've probably heard the situation that happened in North Carolina. Say the name Irina Zarutska. Irina Zarutska was just riding public transit. By the way, she was a refugee from Ukraine, of all places. And she came to Charlotte, North Carolina. And a terrible person, well, you saw what happened. I can't describe it here on TikTok without some sort of community guideline being violated. But if you haven't seen the video, you absolutely should. This individual should not have been on the streets. 14 prior arrests.
14.
And it really makes you wonder, why are we putting up with this? Why are we allowing so many people that have committed these crimes to keep on being released? The magistrate judge continued to release this individual, and this is a horrific thing. You know, it's really interesting. The media was totally covering George Floyd, tens of thousands of articles, reconfigured and changed the entire American body politic. And when it came to Irina Zarutska, the entire media was quiet, silent. In fact, we forced them to cover the story. Why do you think that is? What was the difference between George Floyd and Irina Zarutska? Why did the left care so much about George Floyd, and they couldn't care less about Irina?
See, and that's the thing. Like, and again, I agree with him, but the thing is what people don't understand is it's not left. It's not left, it's not right, it's everyone. It's all parties involved. It straight is. They all are involved. They all use it for division. But behind the scenes, they're all working together to create straight chaos for all of us, and it's working. And people don't want to see it. People don't want me to talk about it, but I know it. 444 as I say that. And that's what exactly it is. And it starts from the top. It's nothing to do with left or right. Every single body is involved in it, some way, shape, or form. Unless you stand against it, you're involved in it. It's simple. It really is. You know, and so I found that to be very, very ironic in that speech, because it was dark moment for America. Baby, we've been living in dark moments for America for a long time. Hence Irina. The shootings, the church shooting, the school shootings, the concert goer issues. Like, I mean, it's the financial collapse. The jobs, the food being too expensive for people to afford food. I mean, there's a lot of dark moments in America. This particular dark moment, though, is being used on the broader scale to wake people up to see how much darkness there is in this world. You know? And it is sad. It's so sad. Now, every video I see is of him, pretty much. How much they're just exploiting it, you know? Could you imagine what that family's going through right now? To see everything that's on social media right now, which I know I'm sure that they're probably not, but you got to think he's got 2 children. I don't understand why they haven't taken down the shooting videos for those. Like, we live in a world where they can take those things down. I don't know why they don't take these types of videos down, where there's blood gushing out and stuff like that. I mean, why would you keep those things up? We can take it down. They can censor you, baby. They can take it down. They can ban you without any violations, baby. They can take it down. So you need to ask yourself, why? Why aren't they? That's weird. That's weird behavior to promote that for our children to see those things. You know, and this is what they're doing to our children. And then here you are, you've got these 2 children of his that very well made it see one of those videos later on in life. It's just sick. It's absolutely crazy. And I just don't understand why we don't do more against it. We have the capabilities. We absolutely 100% have the capabilities to stop some of this stuff, and we're just not. And it also came to me too on the way home, like, I think it's comical that they talk in reference to freedom of speech and Charlie Kirk, but yet they do not allow people to walk in freedom of speech. I mean, just look what they're doing in reference to censoring and what they push out, and the ice cream people that, you know, pretty much fly out with all these different followings, money and stuff like that. Entertainers, you know, sign here, sell your soul. You know, it came to me. So I watched this morning some of the ceremony of 9/11. And I saw Trump, and I saw Melania with her little shades on. Bless her heart, she's so pretty. She's so beautiful. But man, was she was in the zone, baby. They both were in the zone. I could just see right through them, and looking how heavy they were feeling. And it's a heavy day after what happened to Charlie and then 9/11. You know what I mean? It's a heavy day for everybody. It's a heavy day every day, because we live in a dark world right now. So of course it's going to be heavy, right? But you can tell when people are just existing, right? They're just existing in a world that they are just miserable in. You can just tell. It's very easy to tell. Just by their mannerisms, their gestures, their body language, how they look, how they present themselves. Like, you can just tell. And the thing is like, your mind and your body and your actions and your truths and your thoughts, they stay with you. You can't run from those. So when you know XYZ, whether you point that out loud or not, it still seeps out of you. And see, when you carry things like whatever, fill in the blanks that you carry, you're going to sit and you're going to be just existing, because you're just living an illusion. You really are. And it's sad. And I almost feel like in some ways you become soulless. You really do. And it's really sad, because it's happening to a lot of people, and they don't even realize it. They really don't, you know? And it's just, it's sad. It's very sad. It's very easy when people present like a story, like his statement, like, you know, newscasters, entertainers and interviews, like conversations with your friends, stuff. It's very easy to pick up on when they're being genuine and they're just saying it because it's scripted, you know, and I can pick up on those.